Welcome to the Prophetic Spiritual Warfare podcast with host Kathy DeGraw. In this teaching, learn how to receive and release the ministry of deliverance and conquer spiritual warfare led by the Holy Spirit. Kathy is passionate about exposing the enemy and assisting people to conquer torment in their minds. Kathy's new book, Mind Battles: Root Out Mental Triggers to Release Peace, can be ordered wherever books are sold. Now, get ready to receive revelation, impartation, and deliverance with Kathy DeGraw.
Hey friends, I want to welcome you back to my show. And today I want to talk to you about my best friend. No, I'm not talking about my husband. Some of you be like, Kathy, I know your best friend's your husband. I want to talk to you about my other best friend, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is so awesome, guys. And we should be so focused on him. You know, can I be honest? I've gone through seasons in my life where the Holy Spirit's been right here, and then I've gone through seasons where he's over here. I've gone through seasons where I ask him about everything, and then there's times where I'm just like, oh, let me just do that. And I think we all take our walk with the Lord and walk with the Holy Spirit, you know, at different paces. And there's sometimes that we're closer to him, and there's sometimes that we're further from him. And we need to really be led by the Holy Spirit. We want to be led by the Holy Spirit in a church meeting, in our prayer time, in our worship time. But what about ordering a cup of coffee? Did you ever think about being led by the Holy Spirit if you're supposed to go to that coffee shop that day? You know, what if you had in mind to go to one coffee shop, but he had a prophetic appointment for you at another coffee shop? I remember my daughter and I, we'd often pray, are we even supposed to go to the coffee shop? Did the Holy Spirit want us someplace else, or was he saving us from an accident? Was he saving us from food poisoning? You know, are we inviting the Holy Spirit into our life like that? And that's what I really want you to think about. Are you orchestrating your life where the Holy Spirit can give you an instruction and you obey? Are you allowing the Holy Spirit to give you that direction? Or are you controlling the Holy Spirit? Are you saying, well, I'll do this or I'll do that, but I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that? And the whole basis of this podcast, my e-church, my book, Prophetic Spiritual Warfare, is how do we do life with the Holy Spirit? Well, I want to tell you guys, I just got done doing life with the Holy Spirit in the last couple of weeks, and it feels a lot better than those times where, you know, maybe he's 80% or maybe he's 10% or maybe he's 30%. But when I say doing life, I'm being like, I had one assistant who would go to the cupboard and say, Holy Spirit, what do you want to eat today? And that's doing life with the Holy Spirit. And I just got back from a trip, and guys, it was awesome. It was amazing. It was for a TV interview, but it was such a time of rest and refreshing. And I want to show you how I allowed the Holy Spirit in here and how we should allow him in our life. So I got this invite for this TV show. And instead of automatically saying yes, I said, let me pray about it. Now, guys, how many people would just be like, TV? Yeah, sign me up, okay? But I wanted the Holy Spirit to be in this. And so I prayed about it. It was about 4 or 5 days. And every place I looked, it was like, yes, go. Sow into them, help them, love on them. I was getting, you know, you would want someone to do that for you. I was getting all these affirmations to go. So I'm like, great. And I said yes. And then I'm like, this is in Texas. Hey, I'm going to take some vacation days while I'm there, you know, catch some rays, get out of this Michigan cold weather. And then I started praying. And I'm like, you know what? I'd really like to leave on Saturday to give myself just a full day with nothing. After, you know, I get off the plane, I just have a full day that I can go. But I really felt like the Holy Spirit was not releasing me to go on Saturday. My assistant had the weekend off. She would have loved the vacation, but I just felt like the Holy Spirit was saying no. Okay, now I know why. You know why? Because there was a snow and an ice storm Friday night, and the planes probably would have been delayed or not gotten off the ground. There were winter storm warnings. Okay, so the Holy Spirit knows why. And so we have to trust him. And I went to this TV interview and I knew I was on a love assignment. And in between recording the 2 sets, we had a prayer moment. A portal from heaven opened up and the glory of God came in, impartation. It was just phenomenal, everything that happened. And I'm not obviously going to say anything because I want to not be too intimate on what we share that we prayed and received, because we want to honor the Holy Spirit. But guys, I knew it was that moment. And the TV shows were great. They were fire. They're going to set people free. They're going to empower people. There's no doubt about that. But I was there for that prayer, for that prophetic moment, for that portal to open, that glory to come. And guys, we don't always want to do what the Holy Spirit calls us to do. We don't always want to spend the money on an airline ticket or give an offering to somebody. We don't always want to, clean a toilet if he's calling us to clean a toilet or whatever he's calling us to do. But those are prophetic assignments, and we need to engage fully in them. We need to be so in tune with the Holy Spirit that we say, yes, Lord, what do you want? How do you want me to move? What direction do you want me to take? And I think we get away from that. I think we get on fire for that for the moment. We want the Holy Spirit to come to the forefront of our mind. And then I think we slack off. And I'm here to tell you, we got to stop slacking off. We got to really be like, Holy Spirit, I want you to give me the instructions. I want you to help me to maneuver through this moment. And I want to be obedient to you. Because I tell you guys, I got done recording and it wasn't about recording. And I'm like, I know I was in this moment of time to love on these people, to pray over them. And it felt good. My heart was so full. I was so satisfied knowing I did what the Holy Spirit sent me to do. Guys, I want to live life like that, don't you? I want to live life knowing that I did what the Holy Spirit called me to do, and I feel good about it. There's so many times we feel bad, negative, defeated, unworthy, fearful, rejected. What if we could just go around, saying, Holy Spirit, how can I serve you? Holy Spirit, how can I allow you to come into my day? Holy Spirit, how can I allow you to run my life, my ministry, my business, my family, whatever it is? And so I want to encourage you guys. Like I said, this book, my whole podcast, my e-church, it's all on how do we partner with the Holy Spirit to manifest our destiny. And you can get that book wherever books are sold or at KathyDeGrawMinistries.org. But let's make a commitment to really be Spirit-led. Will you do that with me? I hope so. The Holy Spirit is my best friend. I hope he becomes your best friend too.
Thank you for listening to the Prophetic Spiritual Warfare podcast. Receive additional teaching through Kathy's web church Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook, or through her Prophetic Spiritual Warfare book. I invite you to visit KathyDeGrawMinistries.org for books, mentoring, blogs, or to invite Kathy to speak at your event. Follow Kathy on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram at Kathy DeGraw. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review the show. This helps our show rise in the rankings and reach more people to bring forth deliverance.